Hello and welcome to another episode of 2 Minutes with Tim here on Heavenward Thinking. Today I want to challenge you on 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. So I'll read it and we'll get right into this week's challenge. Therefore, since we have these promises, dear friends, let us purify ourselves from everything that contaminates body and spirit, perfecting holiness out of reverence for God. This verse is a great reminder for us as Christians every day to be perfecting holiness out of our reverence for God, to be purifying ourselves and getting rid of the things in our life that contaminates our body and our spirit. On Heavenward Thinking, we're always trying to get people to think differently and act differently because they are different as Christians. And this verse really just encompasses that whole idea and is really practical for us on a day-to-day layout. We have to be able to, as Christians, to separate the things in our life that don't bring us close to God, and we have to get rid of those things. We have to purify ourselves from the things in our lives that don't draw us close to God and that in fact draw us away from God, that contaminate our bodies, our minds, our spirits. We have to make sure that we are different than the world around us. And that's that idea of becoming holy and revering God in our lives. If we're going to honor God by the way we live our lives, well, then we're going to look different. And hopefully, as Christians, we're on that journey of perfecting holiness. And while we'll never be perfect on this earth, we're supposed to be striving each day to be more and more like Jesus and less like our sinful human nature that we had before we came to Christ, where we were dominated by our sinful flesh. Now we're supposed to be dominated by the Spirit of God and being led towards holiness or perfection here. And this means that you and I have to first look at our lives and evaluate our lives. Are we living the way we should be living? What are the things that are contaminating us? We have to identify those things, and then we have to actually take steps in our life to get rid of those things and to seek the purification that comes through Jesus Christ. And in that way, we'll be able to perfect this holiness out of reverence for God. That's my challenge for you this week, and I hope you'll join us next time for another episode of 2 Minutes with Tim here on Heavenward Thinking.